16,000 pounds of ground beef gets recalled. 4 different states are starting to ban specific kinds of meat. I'll give you the details of that here. And we're starting to see major worldwide, in some cases, restaurants like Starbucks, KFC, and McDonald's start to report major losses because of high prices and consumers saying we can't afford it or we're not going to pay for these seriously high prices. But in some cases, it's because of the people themselves, citizens, voting for dramatically higher minimum wages. Case in point, new California laws raise the minimum wage for fast food workers and 2 other industries, with a lot of other states also with the citizens themselves voting for dramatically higher minimum wages or fast food worker minimum wages. With California's fast food worker minimum wage at $20 an hour, and I actually believe that it goes up to $25 an hour for health or for fast food workers in the next couple years. Let me know in the comments if you know when and if that goes into effect. But you can see here, $25 McDonald's food bundle in viral videos draws blame for California's minimum wage hike. A lot of people have varying thoughts, but it's not just McDonald's. We're seeing this in a lot of different industries, in a lot of different states as well, with $15 an hour minimum wages, and also them having to hire at a lot of different wages. Here was actually a picture from the McDonald's in my area in Ohio, now hiring open availability crew starting at $16 an hour. Limited availability crew starting at $15 an hour. I think that might mean part-time. I don't know, but it's starting at $15 to $16 an hour in Ohio. So, and again, this is just for McDonald's employees. You can let me know your thoughts on this. And if McDonald's is hiring at this, surely almost every other place is too. Fast food places, grocery store places, gas places, gas store places. And, this is like the going rate, because if McDonald's is hiring at this price, surely other places have to hire at similar prices to be able to get workers, or else McDonald's would just get all the workers, right? You get the idea, right? In essence. So here's the problem, or the gist of it, is that to be able to get workers, almost everybody is going to have to hire at the roundabout price, which is a big driver of inflation. So cost is just driving up and up and up. So when you go to the grocery store and you spend $400, this is a big driver of cost. Think about it. Those truckers are making more. The people that load the trucks are making more. The people that work at the grocery stores are making more. The people that handle the packages are making more. The people at UPS are making $100,000 a year with benefits and all this stuff, right? Every single employee everywhere is making more money. I mean, if people working at McDonald's, a lot of teenagers and stuff are making $16 to $20. I mean, that you've seen the sign. They're hiring starting at $16 an hour. That's literally the sign that I just showed you. Starting at $16 an hour. In California, they're starting at $20 an hour. It's a law. It's the starting law at $20 an hour. So, I mean, you have to raise the prices. And it's not, I know I'm going to see comments and say, I'm never going to eat at McDonald's again. I get it. But what you have to understand is it's not just McDonald's, it's everywhere. Everywhere. People go to the grocery store and like, oh my God, these prices, they're so expensive. And I get that people are gonna blame it on Biden or whoever. And I get it, right? But the reality of it is that everything is, everybody wants more money. And if you could go work at McDonald's for $16 an hour, why would you go work anywhere else for less? So everybody has to start paying more money, or else you would just work at McDonald's, right? And if McDonald's is hiring for $20 an hour, surely a skilled job has to pay more. So if you're like, an ENT or something like that, they're going to have to pay $25 an hour or $30 an hour. Thus, costs have to go up. And they have to then charge more for those skills, those services, right? So then charge more. So the price of everything has to go up. So when you go to eat at those places or whatever they're charging for a service, they have to charge more. And thus, this is kind of inflation 101. So when people are kind of wondering, like, why are prices going up? Oh, it must be Biden's fault or whoever they want to blame, right? You just kind of think this stuff through. And really, a lot of people that are kind of getting hit the most are people that are on fixed income because they're not working. They might be retired or on disability or whatever is the case, and they're getting a 3% raise, and the government is just not adding up. Like, how can you give somebody who's on Social Security a 3% raise and it's just costs are through the roof? I mean, insurance is up 22% and groceries are up who knows how much, and the government's like, yeah, we'll give them a 3% raise. And then you see like that completely just get eaten up by like their rent went up $50 or $100 a month, and it's like, what? That alone takes their 3% raise, and then you're going to have, they're going to have to pay Medicare costs and all these different things. It's like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Also, we have 16,000 pounds of ground beef recalled nationwide over E. coli concerns. This happened here. More than 16,000 pounds of raw ground beef are under recall, the USDA announced, due to possible E. coli contamination. The recall beef, which was processed at a Cargill Meat Solution facility in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, was shipped to Walmart stores nationwide. The USDA initially announced. Cargill later said the affected product had only been distributed to stores in Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maryland, New York, North Carolina, New Hampshire, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Vermont, and Washington, D.C., which is a lot of states. No illnesses have been reported as of Thursday, according to a statement shared with Nexstar. The labels of the affected products don't obviously bear the Cargill name. Many are branded under the All Natural label. All of the products, which total 16,000 plus pounds, were produced on April 26th and 27th, that the USDA says. And you can look here on the screen, pause it here. If you think you might have, you can pause it on these different parts here. If you think it might be, if you might have one of these products as we go through them here. You could take it back to the store where you purchased and get a refund. Meanwhile, Florida, along with 3 other states, are banning lab-grown meat, adding to similar efforts in 3 other states. Companies that have made strides in cultivating meat technology says Florida's law stifles innovation in a space that is becoming competitive globally. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill this week banning and criminalizing the manufacturing and sale of lab-grown meat in the state. The legislature joins similar efforts from the 3 other states, Alabama, Arizona, and Tennessee, that have also looked to stop the sale of lab-grown meat, which is believed to still be years away from commercial viability. Florida, quote, is fighting back against the global elite's plans to force the world to eat meat grown in a petri dish or bugs to eat the authoritarian goals. Says DeSantis, quote, we will save our beef. Let me know your thoughts on this. Lab-grown meat, also known as cultivated meat, has attracted considerable attention in recent years as startups have raised millions of dollars to improve the technology meant to create a climate-friendly alternative to traditional meat sources. Cultivated meat is usually grown in a metal vessel from a sample of animal cells. They multiply in a container called a bioreactor while being fed with water, amino acids, vitamins, and lipids, a process that can be difficult to do at scales large enough to create enough food for commercial sales. If that were viable at a large scale, would that be better for you personally than, say, killing animals? Of course, a lot of people will have different opinions on this. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I will keep you up to date here on everything happening here in our country on a daily basis. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below. Click the bell icon so you don't miss out on new videos that come out here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for liking and sharing these videos. Click here to see the Fed's major decision they just made, or click here to see why people have stopped paying their bills. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.